and welcome to another life science video where we will talk about precursors to self-injury, things that came before self-injury that led to it. Life science considers self-injury to be a learnt behaviour in a way of coping and dealing with feelings of distress and unhappiness. Hyperstress is thought to affect more people than disassociation in regard to self-injury. Big words, I will explain them. Hyperstress is a person may be hypersensitive and overwhelmed. A great many thoughts may be revolving within their mind, becoming confused and entangled within each other. They may be upset and very teary within themselves, or angry or destructive, and they may well experience physical symptoms such as nausea or a racing heart, which can often come before a panic attack or just feelings of strong panic. They may either become triggered or could make the decision to stop the overwhelming feelings by resorting to self-injury. A trigger is an event that causes a person to become upset or disturbs a person. It could be an internal event within the mind or an external event that affects the person. It's very personal and triggers are different for everyone. Triggers can make a person feel a great deal worse, and there's a feeling of panic and a need to directly and immediately end this distress that's brought on by the trigger, which can again lead to immediate self-injury. When a person's already in this state of hyperstress, the trigger can lead the person to self-injure and pushes them, while possibly the distressing event itself may just as likely be something that could be considered very small or trivial by an outsider looking in. This apparent so-called drastic response to this trivial event can lead to others assuming the person is overreacting or being dramatic or attention-seeking. I hate that word, but people use it. It needs to be understood that the trigger that will lead a person to do this is often the final straw, sort of like the camel's back sort of thing, and tips a person over the edge, and the distress and the urge to self-injure will have been building up for hours, days, or even weeks. Self-injury can have this immediate calming effect, which will slow the mind down, calm the breathing and the heart rate, and essentially bring a person right back and enable them to cope, to regain control over their life and to get on with things again. Disassociation. A person may be detached from life and detached from their emotions, from their bodies, so feeling very numb and unfeeling, and it may separate them from reality. They may behave without conscious awareness. People who lose all sense of reality may be experiencing psychosis, but not all people that do use self-injury are. People suffering from trauma or abuse, be that recent or in their past, may learn to disassociate themselves from what is happening or has happened, and they may find that disassociation becomes an automatic response to stressful situations. You separate yourself from the moment by using self-injury to bring yourself into the now. It's possible that when turning to self-injury, when you're in this disassociated frame of mind, does not require a trigger necessarily in this state. A person may recognise the need to regain control, or have a desire to feel real again, and they act so as to create this strong sensation and wake up from the numbness that they're feeling every other day. Individuals, of course, may have other distressing experiences, including hearing voices or invading or unwanted and cynical thoughts, paranoia, etc., and this can lead them to their hyperstress or drive them to disassociate, one of the two. Depression and low self-worth, along with the learned experience of gaining relief from strong physical sensation, can lead to reliance upon self-injury. Self-injury is a coping mechanism, and an individual harms their physical self to deal with their emotional pain, or to break the feeling of numbness by arousing sensation. I think it puts it very well in the Goo Goo Dolls song Iris when it says, "You bleed just to know you're alive." It's a sort of a sense of numbness, and you sort of, by the physical shock of the sensation, you sort of feel real again, and it brings you back into that. On our website we have got a lot of information on precursor self-injury if you really want to learn more about self-injury, whether you're a person suffering from self-injury or you are someone that's trying to understand someone who is. Feel free to go on our website. I'm going to put the links down here. We have PDF files on there that are going to help you learn and talk about precursors to self-injury, and you can see it from a different perspective. I tried to go in depth with this video, and I wanted to sort of try and get across what it feels like from a certain perspective, but I never want to get too graphic with my videos, because it's one thing to read it in text, it's another to hear a person say the things. I'm going to put the links down below as usual to our support forum, where you can talk to people in the same similar situations and state of mind. All our volunteers are on there, so we can all talk to us as well. It's just a nice way to get to know people, really. Links to Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, all of those accounts will be on there as well, so you can talk to people, and we are always there when you need us. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.